The Hong Kong spot Bitcoin and Ethereum ETF is not bullish. That's the title of today's show. But as you know, we do live trading every single day. I'm actually in a back and forth on everything that's happening on the market. I'm sitting here and thinking for the past hour on what the fuck I'm gonna do a show about. I know I'm literally over exaggerating here, but the honest truth is that we're getting into a territory where I feel the safest thing to do is just to step out. So I've been very confident throughout the past days, and I've been very, I'm very vocal about me thinking we're going to 67, 68, 69,000, but that is kind of changing, and that is exactly what I'm gonna tell you why. We are seeing some signs. I had very high expectations of the Hong Kong ETF, which I will show you is completely rubbish. But we do see other signs as well that show me that we might see a massive correction before we see the pump. That's actually good news because that means that the pump will be much more stronger. But it's also bad news because that means that the relief rally that I was expecting might not actually happen, guys. My name is 𝗕𝗙𝗢𝗙. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel, smash the like button. We do trading shows every single day. I have a lot of stuff coming to the channel, including trading education and again, live trading, do giveaways and everything else. So it's worth staying here. Before I jump into the content, there is one thing I always have to tell you, which is the content of this video is for informational purposes only and not financial advice. Okay, so whatever we do here, I do here because I like to do it and I actually am showcasing what I do, and then you can make your own decisions based on that. I see you guys in the chat. We're gonna jump into the chat in a second as well. But let's talk about Bitcoin and the ETF. Let's talk about the ETF news first. So here's the thing. Hong Kong spot Bitcoin and Ethereum ETF goes live. Issuers expect huge launch day, right? So it was like everybody was very bullish, very big expectations, high expectations. There was discussions before that we're looking at. So there was, for example, this guy, the head of digital asset management firm, China Asset Management, 𝗧𝗥𝗙𝗢𝗙, and he was saying, I'm confident that the initial listing scale of Hong Kong's virtual asset spot ETF, more than $125 million, can exceed the issuance scale on the first day in the United States. Now, in comparison, this is what we've been like, Hong Kong ETF, and I really thought, so if you are not returning to the channel, my general sentiment about the market is that we are going to see a relief rally to 67, 68,000, and then we're gonna see the mother of all crashes down to potentially 55, 52,000, then a reversal, and a much slower recovery than a bounce. So I think a quick flash bounce is gonna happen soon, and then we're gonna see a crash, which will be a massive crash, and then we're gonna see a slower recovery. But in contrast, what I really thought that the Hong Kong ETF could be the catalyst for that pump. What happened is it's actually shameful, to be very honest with you. So Hong Kong spot Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs, it should be both capital letters, the block, shout out to you guys, see over 6.3 million in half-a-day volume upon debut. Now, just as an example, so that's half a day. So okay, that's 𝗕𝗙𝗢𝗙, it's half a day. Maybe the PM session will send it to the moon. And here's the thing, guys. This here, I don't actually know what the updated number is, but this is nothing. So let's say that they pull in 3 times this and it's 20 million in the first day. Just so as a comparison, in comparison when the 11 spot Bitcoin ETFs begin trading in the United States in January, the daily turnover reached about 4.6, now hold on to your pants, billion, with a B. Billion, brother. So looking at a 6.3 million trading volume, I mean, that's absolutely shameful. And obviously the market is reacting. So we see Bitcoin had, so yesterday we actually got it very nicely. So I've been talking about this POI for quite some time now. We touched onto the POI, we showed a market structure shift here, and I said it could be a great long, and Bitcoin pumped 3% from there, and from the POI about 5%. And that was the initiation. My thinking was that we are seeing the getting ready, because getting ready for the big inflows and the big volume in the ETF, which didn't happen, and Bitcoin is down about 5% on a day, which is, just not the best. So this is one of the reasons why I think that I have to reconsider my thesis here, and I have to be very completely honest with you. These are one of the days, today I woke up and I looked at the market and I looked at everything, and I was thinking like, you know, maybe I'm completely getting this wrong. And when I have that feeling, when I have that hunch that I'm not sure, usually I'm sure about myself, right? I'm sure about my risk reward, I'm sure about my theories, and I stick to them. But sometimes I just wake up and I go, this might not be the right thesis that I have now. And if things change, as I always tell you, you know, I'm here to give you, you know, teach you how to fish, not only to give you fish. I always tell you trading is a game of probabilities. And when the components of the game changes, you have to make new decisions. And one of the components for me was that the big rally will be kickstarted by the Hong Kong ETF, which apparently is not happening. So if that does not happen, we might just see a dump from here. I'm gonna talk about that in a second, but as always, guys, I wanna connect with you. So if you're here in the chat, if you're here on the show, let me know in the chat. Please, let me know in the chat what's happening, how you feeling, are you long, are you short, what do you think about the ETF news? And also, if you are returning to the channel, smash that like button, please. You know it helps the channel. We have 80 people watching live, we only have 33 people smashing the thumbs up. It takes you a second. It really does help the channel. Genuinely does help the channel. That's all I ask for. And if you're new, do that. Subscribe. Subscribe, because we do cool stuff here every single time, every single day, all day, every day. So, has everyone politely tickled the like button? You are the man. Look, sniper. Look in the house. Yo, Drew. Let's fucking go. Smash the like, fam. Like tickled. Let's go, fam. Yo, I see you, Brian. I see you, Asmir. I see you, Chizo. Nice to have you all here. What's good, Fefa? Good morning from Chicago. I've never been to Chicago, but I should go. Joan, I'd like to see you here. Onism, Koroama. I'm not sure if I have seen you before, but if I haven't, then welcome. This morning was some bullish bullshit, laughing my ass off. 64.7 tap, then 4K dump. What an ETF lunch. It's rather an ETF lunch, if you know what I mean. Have you decided on shaving your eyebrows? No, I'm not gonna do that. I actually didn't. I didn't dare to take the bet. Afternoon Fefa to Dubai. I love Dubai. I hope you guys have the kayaks out and everything swimming since that flood. No, I'm joking. I know it's cleared. Trillion. When trillion? I don't know. Short rune, let's look at that. Sold everything to stables. I don't know if that's the right choice. I'm gonna talk about that as well. Flat as a pancake right now. Exactly. Greetings from Portugal. I'm going to Portugal. It's confirmed end of May. I don't have my tickets, but I am going to Portugal. I'm going to Lisbon end of May to the meme conference. Hello from Czech Republic. I wanted to go to Bitcoin Prague. But I just simply can't, guys. I just don't have time. But if you are there, go to Bitcoin Prague. All right, so here we go. Let's look at Bitcoin, okay? Let me bring this up here. I'm gonna take this away so you don't get epilepsy. Let's look at this. So number one, I wanna throw everything out the fucking window. So you see it here. I always delete stuff on my chart when you see it. So I'm just gonna go remove all drawings and I'm gonna start from the weekly. I'm gonna show you. So when in doubt, sometimes I have these doubts when I say, okay, when in doubt, what I want to do is I want to make sure that I start from scratch. I'm not being manipulated by everybody else's thoughts, and I'm not, I just want to make sure that I get it right by myself, right? So here's the thing. Also, guys, I want to know your thoughts. So I want to put up a vote as well. Please smash the like button. We've got 90 people watching and only I don't know what it was, 47 likes. So please do smash the like button. And I want to put up a vote as well. I want to know one thing. I want to know where you are at, because we always do that. And I want to know. So are you bullish? Are you bullish or bearish? I genuinely want to know. Please vote on this, because I want to know where you guys stand. Before I put my whole analysis on, and before I give you my thoughts without looking at anything else, I want you to vote there. Fefa, what layer 1 and layer 2 are you most bullish on? Jamie, it's a great question. You know what? I'm going to give you a sneak peek. Until you guys vote, I'm going to give you a sneak peek. Oh, I don't know if I can. How can I do that without getting in trouble? So here, I'm just going to tell you. So the show that I'm going to do on Banter this weekend is going to be about the ultimate portfolio. How? Hear me out here. You're watching Alex Becker, you're watching Altcoin Daily, you're watching this, you're watching that, but you don't. These guys have all their coins and whatever. So what we did is that we looked at all the influencers separately, And I benchmarked all of their portfolios to each other and seen what coins they all hold. They are all bullish on. And we are making the ultimate portfolio from those tokens. So that's what I'm going to do the show on this weekend. If you want to see that, let me know. I think it's going to be a great show. Okay, so 50-50, that's exactly, you guys ain't helping. That's the truth here. But let me show you what I'm thinking. So number one, I deleted everything from my chart. I go to the weekly and I start looking, right? Number one, what I see, we don't have a retrace. So that's literally like the number one thing I see. So we need in technically, right? Technically, TA perspective, we need to come back to the discount zone. What would that be? I would mark this region. So between 40, between, what is it? Between 49, so 50, between 50,000 and 38,000. That's on the weekly, right? That's on the weekly. That's the weekly POI. I'll say this is the weekly. It's actually not that relevant, but between 50,000 and 38,000. If you go into the daily, that's why it becomes much more relevant, right? So I would pull my FIP from down here because we had a retrace here. This was a level that was responsible. Oh, we can pull it from here. So that would put us, what is the closest imbalance on the daily where I think this could be filled? Well, the closest imbalance is here. This is my first point of interest, which is at the discount, probably gonna wick through at some point. But this is my first POI, 50,000 to 53,000. That's my first area where I would be interested on a higher time frame. Guys, I'm gonna talk about a lot of things today. But this is like on a higher time frame, on the daily. This is kind of my first point of interest that I'm looking at, right? It is at the discount. It is great inefficiency. Everything aligns. If I would be interested in buying here, this would probably take another 15% dump on Bitcoin. 15% dump, right? If I go down on the 4 hour, and this is where things get real interesting, is that I believe that the built up liquidity, like I think that if we want to dump this thing to 52,000, I genuinely think that we need a push to the upside. I think we need to see a liquidity sweep to the upside and then a nuke and then a build up. Like that's kind of how I would imagine this. This would be my, this is what I think makes sense from the market making perspective, from the macro perspective, from everything. Like this is what makes sense. Trap early longs around here. Everybody will say we broke out this veg or whatever they call this. And then we are coming up to the 70,000. We're going to all-time highs, moon boys, and then get the big guns out, send it down to 50, 52. Everybody will be panicking here. Everybody will be like, we're going to 36,000 and then send it higher. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Now, I've been waiting for this for quite some time now, and I genuinely thought that the Hong Kong ETF will or could be the catalyst for this, but it's not really. It's not really. It seems like it's not really. So now I have clear invalidations, and I'll tell you what they are in a second. But what I wanted to show you here is that what is very important for me is that we are building up liquidity. This will be very important at a later stage as well in the show. I don't have a lot of time today, by the way, guys, so I have to leave. Or I have to leave actually in 15 minutes. Fuck. Okay. So this is the liquidity that's building up that I believe will not be taken now. I still think that we have to go up. But now I'm much more concerned. I closed a big portion of my positions. Like I closed 90% of my TIA trade in a massive fucking loss. I'm gonna talk about that as well. But just so you know, like this is my theory is still that we are going up, but the probability of us just starting to go up from here gets smaller and smaller by the hour, basically, right? So this is the liquidity that I think we will take after the pump, right? So what does invalidate my idea that we are going to see a pump? If you look at the 1 hour, you see a clear market structure shift here. Look at this. So we do see liquidity taken, then we see a retest here, and then from here, from this level, a massive pump. This is serious demand. This here is serious demand. It's not just fucking around. Serious demand tells me smart money is at play. It's a 10% pump on Bitcoin, 10% pump from this level, right? So, and very important, if I just look at the recent leg with the inefficiency that took liquidity, we did come back here. We did come back to this previous level. And if I take it from here, we did come back to 50 here by building liquidity. So This level here, technically, this level should hold 58,885. This should hold. We should not go below. But, and here's the big but. What I believe is happening is that we do see a market structure shift here. We see the retest with slowly grinding down. That's building up liquidity, right? Here are the two main scenarios. Number one, this level was the responsible for creating that massive imbalance and the massive push. This is the 15-minute POI. I can go 1 hour actually because it's also 1 hour POI. This was the level that created this pump. Guys, if you're new, I just see we have a lot of people tuning in. We have 120 people live. Please smash the like button. That's all I'm asking you. Literally, just smash the like button. It takes you 1 second. 1 second. Just smash it. It helps the channel tremendously. Really does. I come in here every single day free of charge, giving you massive fucking alpha that you're not getting from any courses online that you paid thousands and thousands of dollars for. All I ask for is for you to push the like button. Please do that. And also welcome everybody. If you're new to the channel, you know what to do, you know? So we do have we are coming lower and lower, feeling the inefficiencies here. What I believe we could see, and again, I'm losing confidence. I'll be honest with you. I'm losing confidence. The best thing to do is probably just sit out and see what happens. But either we see a reversal from around 61,445 or we see a reversal from 60,298. These are the two levels that I think we are, like this literally right now. It's literally right now. Literally right now. We do see a reversal in between these two levels, in my opinion. If that happens, what I'm gonna do, even though I got out of my TF position, first of all, I think I got stuck. I should have, I don't know if you've been here on the live, I said that this would be my manual stop. I didn't have it. I was relying on macro that didn't work. And then I just got stuck in a position. Very bad trade execution. Very bad trade execution. Counting on the bull going on forever. I think it's very great. I talked about it yesterday. I will keep the non-stop loss strategy when the bull is ranging. But when we see weakness in the market, you cannot do that because it's just mentally exhausting. Even though you can add margin, it's mentally exhausting to do that. So what I believe will happen, several things. Number one is that we do see two main scenarios that I see playing out. Number one is we reverse from here. That's, again, the probabilities are against me right now, but for some reason, building up liquidity from the time in the market, I believe that we are going to see a reversal from these areas. That means if we see something like this, I will get in on a heavy long. Because that could potentially push higher. You need to see a higher high forming. If that doesn't happen and we lose this level here, 59,600, if we close below there, on the 1 hour chart, we are going to 57,000. We're going to 57,000 at least. Let me show you why. This level is also a great area. So this here is also like an area of interest, a point of interest. This 57 to 56.6. I'll mark this as a simple POI. Because this level had a little bit of consolidation, then a massive imbalance, took liquidity from the previous highs and created new highs. This is a very important level as well. So the next reversal area is down here at 57. If we don't take the liquidity from here, so if we don't do this, I believe 57 can hold. The only reason why I'm not sure it will hold is because we need to come down to feel the daily equilibrium. But because in previous bull markets we haven't felt it as well, it happened previously that we didn't feel it as well, there is no reason why we couldn't do it now as well. So if we close below, and I'm going to mark this again. Come on, man. Guys, let me know in the chat what coin you want me to look at. I will do that before I leave. I'll pick 3 coins. I can't do more. I'm actually having lunch with my mother. That's the only time I could find. So that's why I have to leave. But DP, decision point 59,533. If we close below here, guys, on the 1 hour, it is sending us to at least 57, but possibly lower. The only reason why I don't think we're gonna go much lower than 57 is because we leave all this liquidity behind. And then what we need to pay attention to is that once we see a lower time frame confirmation here, how far the pump can go. That's gonna be the real question. That's gonna be the real question. And we also need a catalyst. So what can also happen is that we just simply bleed down. So we go down here and then we kind of grind up to this 63,000 level and then grind up to this, and you know, that can also happen. But my number one main scenario, we reverse from here, right? That's number one. Number two, we don't reverse from here. We come down to the 57,000 region. If we close below on the 1 hour, that is what will most likely happen. If that happens, we are looking for a 5-minute market structure shift between 57.5 and 56.5. If that doesn't hold, probably we are heading to the 52,000 region. And that can be, you know, that's a 16%, 15% drop. That can happen anytime, basically, anytime. I don't think that's happening, but if it is happening, buy the fucking dip. Buy the dip. Like if that happens, buy the dip because it will reverse from 53, 52, 53. It will reverse. No financial advice, of course. So if we get, so my game plan would be is that if we get up to the 70,000 region again, 68, 67, 68, potentially 70,000 region, I will get out of my positions. I will get out of some spot positions and I will pay very much attention to how I play this because there can be a massive dump incoming. Guys, I also wanted to tell you, I see 134 people watching. We got 4,773 subscribers. Thank you so much. Yesterday, I actually wanted to show you this. Yesterday, I had my first ever YouTube pay. It wasn't a payout actually, but it was a revenue. So we just became YouTube partners. You can do it after several views and whatever. And we just became YouTube partners. And I was so fucking happy for the $0.39.39. I was genuinely excited. It's so good. It's just the reason, it's not because of the 39 cents, but it's because hard work paying off. Hard work paying off in terms of, you know, something is happening. YouTube is recognizing this and whatnot. I just like that. It was good. On another important note, I just wanted to look at the USDT dominance as well. If we look at the USDT dominance on the daily, it basically backs up the theory of us going a little bit lower. USDT dominance can go all the way up to the 5.87 region. Potentially between 5.5 and 5.7, and then we look for a reversal. USDT dominance shows massive fucking strength. Again, it was very weak down here. This is why also I was expecting a pump happen from there, but it wasn't. So I was looking at 5.5, 5.9 on USDT dominance. On another note, I wanted to just bring you this here before I look at the coins, and I'm sorry guys, I have to leave. But on another note, Raw Paul retweeted 𝗕𝗘𝗙𝗢. So Raw Paul actually retweeted the 𝗕𝗘𝗢 video saying, okay, this is funny and scary. This is the new video.
A leading macro thinker and the Real Vision CEO, joining us all the way from the sunny Cayman Islands, Paul. Thanks so much for joining us.
Happy to be here, 𝗕𝗘𝗢.
Can you give us a brief overview of what's happening in Japan and the implications for global markets?
The first thing you need to understand, 𝗕𝗘𝗢, is that Japan has effectively been performing an economic kind of harakiri for years, sacrificing the strength of its currency for the
Okay, you can watch this. You can watch this. It's funny, it's great, but the news is that Raw Paul retweeted it. The reason why I wanted to show you, Raw Paul has a million followers, you know, and this thing, again, we talked about 𝗕𝗘𝗢 for a long time. Imagine when Tucker notices 𝗕𝗘𝗢, and it is coming, guys. It is coming, in my opinion. Okay, let's look at the tokens. Let's look at the tokens because I want to do that. Just to summarize, so everybody's clear on my stand. I sold most of my ETF positions at a loss. Horrible fucking trade execution. I am expecting a pump between 61,500 and 60,200. When we see a lower time frame reaction, 5-minute MSS, I will get in on a heavy long position with a tight stop below the swing low after the market structure shift. And if that doesn't happen and 59,533 does not hold, unfortunately, we are going to see 57 or possibly this 53, 52, 53 region before any major pump. Let's look at some coins. Cyprus, great. So saying, wow, Cyprus jealous. This dump is making me more bullish. Yes, made it little late. That's awesome. You hear why would you get in trouble? To tell you, like, because I don't want to say in ahead what the video is. Hello, capitalist. Hope you're well. Tune in for the weekend, fam. Mate, love your life. Such a good energy. Oh, today I'm a little bit down, to tell you the truth. I'm a little bit, but yeah. Fefe has an appointment in the Lambo dealership. Yeah. I'm not sure. Yeah, Fefe. I want it's a secret what it's short for. Gotta keep up the mystery. 57 is what I'm looking at. Bullish long term, but right now not much trading moves, are just unexpected turnaround. Even the structure shows otherwise. Yeah, but not really. I mean, if you look at Bitcoin structure, look at this. I mean, it does look good. So this here is a massive pump. This is a massive market structure shift on the 1 hour, 4 hour. Look at this. So this is a very strong level. So this should technically hold. TA wise, this is a great level for reversal. This is a great level for reversal. I think the problem is the macro. Okay, so let's look at it. Okay, here we go. By the way, guys, I'm using Blowfin. You know, I always gotta tell you. There is a link in the description. And please smash the like button. We gotta get to at least 100 likes. Come on. Even the short live. PYTH. Yeah, we talked about this the other day. And I believe I was expecting this wick to be filled. Yeah, same thing. Look, anything here is actually great. Anything here is actually great. Anything here is actually great. Look for a 5-minute market structure shift. Look for a 5-minute market structure shift, and you can potentially enter in a long position. RNDR, we looked at it the other day. I think yesterday. Same thing, look for a market structure shift. Same thing, it's coming back here. Try to reverse from here. It was a fake reversal, not happening. Probably the ETF news wasn't the best. Look for a market structure shift around this region. I would be interested in, yeah, around now, a market structure shift. Like if you would see this, that would be ideal. That would be ideal. FTM, let's look at FTM. Doesn't look good, bruv. Doesn't look bad either. It leaves a lot of liquidity above. Market structure shift. Look for the 5 minutes. Look for the 5-minute market structure shift. If you have that, you can enter. But it's not. No, I would not touch it. 4 hour 666 SME. Like what is that? Simple moving average 666. Oh. ETH. Let's look at ETH. I'm not friends with ETH. I don't trade ETH. I have to leave now, like right now. Yeah, I think ETH is driven by this ETF news thing. I don't know. I don't know. I would not touch ETH. I would not touch ETH. Leave you. Oof. Just coming for this one here. 5-minute market structure shift down here. I'll actually set an alert. It's not bad at all. It leaves liquidity above. It could be interesting. Had a massive dump though. Could be interesting. It's losing some major levels here. This is the last hope. This is the last hope for reversal. For food for thought, big money may want to keep BTC steady in a zone, gain confidence. Yeah, it could be. Why not rescue the TIA long with the TIA short hedge? No, I don't want to. I don't want to short because I think we're going up. But I had to, you know, this TIA thing. I'll give you this as a takeaway because as I've always been transparent on this channel and I want to be transparent. And I think this is one of my worst trades ever. The biggest problem is that I had a very, very good entry here. So when we came back 50, I had a very good entry. It was on live. We came back 50, then we took all this and we created liquidity. And when we had this structure shift here, I went long here. It's on some of the lives, it's there. I went long here. And I was targeting new highs. And what I didn't, and I even said, you know, that if we close, this is my manual stop. I said, this is my manual stop. And I was up big. Like I probably at one point I was up almost $20,000 on this position. And I was saying, this is my manual stop. There's no real invalidation before that. It's like, this should be great. Also in the 1 hour, if you look at it, it was formed on discount. This should be good. This should be my manual stop. And what happens is that this whole slowing down, I got too accustomed for trading in the bull market. I had very tight stop losses, very proper risk management in the bear, and the bull actually treated me not that well from that perspective, because everybody can make money in the bull. Well, that's exactly how you lose money, or that's what I discovered. That's exactly how you lose money, is that you become overconfident. So when this went down, I was like, okay, no problem. We have the second entry, and we will see a market structure shift from here. And when we didn't see a market structure shift, I said, no problem. I'll just average down. I was down probably like a couple of grand here, and I was like, no problem. I would just average down, because we're gonna see a little bit of dump. Maybe we take liquidity from here and we reverse from here. And when we were here, I was like, okay, we are reversing from here. And then it just simply started bleeding down, and I was down 13, but I averaged down. So I basically averaged my whole position down, and I was down about my entry was 42 here, 1042. So currently I'm at like 8% minus, which should never happen to you. And I lost, more than 20 grand on this trade, And the biggest learning here, number one, is if you have a manual stop in mind, no matter if it's a bull market, bear market, or whatever, you take that manual stop. Manual stops are not a problem, but you have to take the manual stop. Number two is that no matter how forgiving the bull market is, when we get into a territory, or when we get into a slow bleed, uncertainty kind of thing, what we saw with Bitcoin here, you have to stop using these strategies. You have to stop using lavish, approach to the market, and have to get back and tighten your risk management, because you can really get screwed. So for me, again, I'm not gonna, it's not gonna send me to the ground. It was a pretty bad feeling the reason why I was mad at myself is because I knew exactly, it's even on the live, we can look at it, or we can include, I will show you next time. Here I said, this is my manual stop, and I didn't take it. And I said, okay, this is the next area point of interest where we need to see a reversal. If we don't see a reversal, I know that we're going lower, because we're losing a key level. It was obvious that we are coming down to these regions. Right? And you see exactly, look at this. So this region here from the breaker with the inefficiency, this is the next area. But the fact that we couldn't break above here tells me, again, we're going lower. And then we couldn't break above here, tells me we're going lower. So anyway, it was a bad trade. And as always, I want to be honest with you and tell you how it is. And even that your shit, trading is not about knowing stuff, but about, being able to manage yourself and do proper self, self-reflection and control yourself. But good learning. We definitely, we are going to make this back. I'm not even worried about that. We are waiting for a little bit. I am sitting out right now, and I am going to wait for a market structure shift on Bitcoin. If that happens, I am going to look at some longs. TIA will be actually one of them, because this is actually a very great level. We do have liquidity laying below here, so if we go lower at 8.6, I will be a buyer of TIA big time. Definitely an area where I'll look for it. But there will be lots of good trades, and I'm coming with good trades as well throughout the week. We just need to see a little bit of cool down, and that's what this is about, guys. I will have to go. So I'm saying, congrats, you are huge, Pfeffer. Thank you so much. That's roundabout for gummies. For gummies, yeah. Oh, that's for okay. You guys are reflecting for the earning. Great. Super bullish, big token unlock coming on PYTH. Yeah, okay. BTC will enter either pump or dump today when the CZ sentence is released. That's also there. Yes. Fefe, does your Evo link qualify for the next gummy airdrop? Yes, it does. There is a link in the description to all the links. All of them qualify you for the airdrop. Enjoy the time with mama. I will. Guys, I'm sorry, but this is it for today's show. I really have to go. I'm already late. I think she's watching the show, hopefully, so that she knows that I'm a little bit late. But guys, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for being legends. Thanks for listening. Thanks for participating. And even though the market is red and bearish and I'm not that hyped, you are here. If you are new, we do this every single day, so make sure to subscribe to the channel. And as always, please let me know how did you enjoy this show now in the comment section. So at the end screen, I will be able to pull this up. We always do that. It shows love to me, and it's actually, if you thought the show was shit, just write it in, because then I get a reflection on that as well. So you can write it in now, and I will pull it up in the end screen coming up right now. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I will see you tomorrow. Have fun. Stay safe out there. Watch for the 5-minute market structure shifts, and yeah, survive. Okay? See you tomorrow. Take care.